Afternoon, team. My name is Joshua Storks-Sayles. I'm part of the team here. Going to be going over why UBA, which user behavior and analytics, and UEBA, user and entity behavior analytics. Excuse my voice. I've been sick. Um, Sorry about saying good afternoon, team. Um, We're going to look into the purposes and the purpose and the value of UBA and UEBA. UBA focuses mainly on human users. UEBA expands the monitoring expands that monitoring to entities such as devices, servers, applications, and service accounts play a vital role. The purpose of UEBA is to identify suspicious behaviors by learning what normal activity looks like across the university. It reviews login times, locations, VPNs, file access, data movement, and also compares that activity against the behavioral baseline. So essentially, what would be AI, and then what would be considered to be normal human use, essentially. Um, when that activity moves outside the normal pattern, the system raises a high risk level alert to the cybersecurity team. And with that, you then can be able to identify and help the team with insider threats, stolen credentials, compromised devices, laptops, work phones, school phones, things of that sort that may appear, you know, very valuable to the company or to the team or to the university or what have you. Um, Moving along from that, excuse me, UEBA um, differentiates between traditional based monitoring because the rules are essentially dependent on the conditions of the security personnel and what that looks like ahead. So a rule might generate an alert of 5 failed logins, but or on a IP, or a blocked IP address or something of that sort. But those rules are useful because attackers can change their method of how they want to kind of spread out their attacks and their threshold. And with them doing that, UEBA looks at context and patterns instead of only checking the specific rules that are broken because hackers are not going to follow the specific rules. Um, One example would be a financial aid employee at a university, which I'm at right now, and logging into an account at 2 or 3 in the morning from a new device that they typically don't use, that is typically not what would be standard for their type of work. The employee may have permission to access these things in traditional rule setting. However, it could still be flagged because of the time, the activity, the location, and the amount of data that's being transferred from an abnormal device and an abnormal login and data and things of that sort. So I know I'm over time. I'm only a minute over. I'll be a minute over. To wrap it up, my main takeaway is that UEBA adds a behavior context to security monitoring, but human analysts should still review the alert and make sure that the final decision is going to be profound and precise.